Welcome students. In the last video we have discussed about a new conservatism after 1815 and about the revolutionaries, especially Giuseppe Mazzini. In this video we will discuss about the romantic imagination and national feeling, the age of revolutions, and hunger and hardship faced by the European people. In the beginning, as we know that the conservative regimes established in 1815 after the decline of Napoleon, when they were trying to consolidate their position or their power, the revolution started against them. And this revolution consisted of the ideology of liberalism as well as nationalism associated with it. In Europe, the regions such as the Italian and German states, Ireland, Poland, and provinces of Ottoman Empire, these feelings were associated, the feelings of revolution. These revolutions were led by the liberal nationalists, who included the educated middle class, which were considered to be the elite group of the society. In this elite group were the professors, the school teachers, the clerks, and the commercial middle class. The first change took place in France in 1830 when the ruling Bourbon kings of France, which were restored to power in 1815 after the decline of Napoleon, they were overthrown and a constitutional monarchy was established headed by Louis Philippe. Also, the Brussels Revolution resulted in the breaking away of Belgium from United Kingdom of Netherlands. In Greece, the Greek War of Independence was fought. Greece was a part of Ottoman Empire since 15th century. Ottoman Empire being ruled by a Muslim, and Greece was considered to be the cultural center of Europe. This revolution began in 1821 and it was supported by the Greeks who were living in exile. In exile means people who were forced to leave their country and live outside the country. Also, the West Europeans who have sympathetic feelings for Greece, they supported this revolution, and poets and artists, especially not to mention English poet Lord Byron, who organized funds and fought in the war, where he died of fever in 1824. Finally, it was in 1832 under the Treaty of Constantinople when Greece recognized independent from the Muslim ruled Ottoman Empire. Now, romantic imagination and national feelings. It was culture, it was believed in the beginning that culture can play an important role in creating the ideology of nation, and it can be done through art, poetry, stories, music. These can express and shape the nationalist feelings. Now, what is romance or what is romanticism? Don't misunderstand it. In those days in Europe, romanticism was associated with a cultural movement which aimed to develop national sentiment in particular. The romantic or the advocates of romanticism, they criticized the glorification of science and reason, that is the logical reasoning part. They criticized it, and rather they focused on emotions, intuition, and mystical feelings. What are mystical feelings? Mystical feelings refer to, or a mystic person refer to a person who attempts to be united with God through prayer. So prayers were arranged, prayers were created, and intuition. What does this mean, intuition? Intuition is something to understand something with your instinct without any reason or logic. Instinct means कि it is something which comes out from the heart when someone feels associated with nation, or when the feeling of nationalism arises in a person's heart. So it was believed that a sense of cultural heritage and a collective heritage of sharing a common cultural background or a cultural past can be the basis for formation of a nation state, as it will unite the people from all regions despite of their regional differences to come and stand together as a single unit, that is the nation. Romantic poets like Johann Gottfried Herder, who lived from 1744 and died in 1803. He was a German philosopher. He claimed for true German culture to be discovered among this walk, that is common people, through folk songs, folk poetry, folk dance, and these folk songs, folk poetry, and folk dance can popularize the idea of Volksgeist. Volksgeist refers to nation. So it was believed that collecting and recording of folk culture, especially in vernacular language, vernacular, I told in previous videos, it refers to the common dialect spoken by ordinary people in a specific place or region. This collecting and recording of folk culture in vernacular language along with local folklore will carry the nationalist message to large audience, especially the illiterate ones, because they were illiterate, they cannot understand the high class or elite languages. That's why the local or vernacular language can be a very powerful medium to bring all those masses together to fight for the freedom and to create a nation. In Poland, Poland was partitioned at the end of 18th century by Russia, Prussia, and Austria. So it was the national feelings, they were kept alive through music and language, and one such attempt was made by Karol Karpinski, who kept this idea alive and who celebrated the national struggle through operas and music. Especially he promoted folk dances, that is Polonaise and Mazurka. These folk dances of Polonaise and Mazurka turned into national symbols. Now, hunger, hardship, and popular revolt. Hunger, when person is not having access to food, or he is not having food even for 2 times in a day. Hardship means the difficulties which the people faced, and popular revolt, that is how it resulted in popular revolt. Why popular? Because masses, the common people, they revolted against the ruling regimes or the administration. In the first half of 19th century, European population, it increased at a very fast or enormous rate, and it resulted in a situation where the number of job seekers were more than the employment opportunities available to engage these people. It was the time when industrial revolution has taken place. More and more industries were set up in the cities, and as a result a large rural population started migrating to cities, and they started living in overcrowded slums. It also created a problem of developing slums, or mushrooming of slums took place in such countries where industrial revolution spread at a much faster rate. It was the time when the small producers, they were facing stiff competition due to the industrial made goods. At the same time, the rise of food prices as well as a bad harvest created a widespread pauperism in towns. The year 1845 was one such year, and year 1848 also witnessed one such popular revolt. In 1845, the weavers in Silesia, they revolted against the contractors who used to supply them with raw materials and later on collected finished textiles. But although this work involved very heavy labor, still these contractors, they start reducing their payments. As a result, these weavers revolted and they entered into the houses of contractors, and they looted and they plundered their godowns, even their houses, and the contractors have to flee from their houses to save their lives. In 1848 also, the population of Paris, it came on roads and revolted against the ruling regime, that is against the National Assembly, which was headed by Louis Philippe. Like I told you in the very beginning of the video, it was because of the food shortage and the unemployment that was prevailing in the Europe. As a result of this population, Louis Philippe was forced to flee. The National Assembly was proclaimed and it was renamed as a republic. Suffrage granted to all adult males above 21 years of age. What is suffrage? Suffrage refers to the, like what we say today, universal adult franchise. That is the right to vote in the general elections. And along with giving or providing this suffrage or granting this suffrage to the adults above 21 years of age, the right to work was also guaranteed to the people. This is how this hunger and hardship resulted in popular revolt, and it restored some structural improvements and implementations in the history of Europe. Thank you.